The statistical process control, in this case we are going to use different types of charts to find out whether the process is under control or out of control. Let us see in what way we can do it. What is the statistical process control? You are using statistical techniques to control a process. You are monitoring the process behavior. You are finding out the assignable causes of variation. And by finding out these assignable causes of variation, you can see that the process variability can be reduced. So in the case of statistical process control, statistical techniques are going to be utilized. You are going to find out that whether the process is under control or out of control. You can eliminate assignable causes. So control charts are for two types, either it is for variables or it is for attributes. When it is for variables, that is used for measurable characteristics like length, weight, temperature, etc. While for attributes, it is for good, bad, defects. For these you are going to have control charts. For these types of charts, for variable and attribute, you are having different types of charts. Let us see what type of charts we can have for these quality characteristics. Mean and standard deviation of calculation you can find out. Average mean of the observations, x bar, it is 1 upon n, I is equal to 1 to n xi. So similarly you can find out standard deviations, and these are the relations which you already know. So you can find out mean and standard deviation of the data which is available to you. You can make x bar chart and r chart. X bar and r bar charts are used together to monitor different variables. X bar charts are used to control central tendency, while r bar charts are used to control the dispersion of the process. R stands for the range, x stands for the mean. X bar and r charts are going to supplement each other, and x bar charts are going to have the central tendency, while r bar you are seeing the dispersion of the process. R chart, the variable control charts, depicts sample range over time. It is the difference between smallest and largest value in the sample, and it is going to monitor the process variability. X bar chart, and when sigma is known, that is the standard deviation is known. Upper control limit you can find out x double bar plus z sigma x bar. Similarly, lower control bar or lower control limit is x double bar minus z sigma x bar. So x double bar is the mean of the sample means, and z is the number of normal standard deviations. Generally we take 3. So sigma x bar, it is the standard deviation of the sample means, which you can find out sigma upon n. So sigma is equal to population standard deviation, while n is the sample size. So x bar chart you can make using these relations. When sigma is unknown, then upper control limit is x double bar plus a2 r bar. Lower control limit is x double bar minus a2 r bar, and as x double bar is the mean of the sample means, while r is the average range of the samples, and a2 is the control chart factor which is available in the tables which I am showing. So these are a2, a sample size is given here, mean factor is given, upper range d4 and lower range d3. So these three are the factors. These are the control chart factors. On the basis of the sample size you can find out what the values of these factors are. Chart limits for r, upper control limit d4 r bar. Similarly, lower control limit, it is d3 r bar, and r bar is the average range of the samples, while d3 and d4, which you have seen, these are the control chart factors just now, and from there you can calculate these values. Control charts for attributes, that is for discrete variables. These are good, bad, yes, no, etc. You can have either percent defectives or number of defects which you want to show. When you are going to have percent defective, you are going to use P charts, while when you are having number of defects, C charts are going to be utilized. Let us see what are the P charts and C charts. These when you are having P charts, upper control limit you can find out p bar plus z sigma p. Similarly, lower control limit you can find out, and sigma p you can find out. This is the standard deviation on the sampling distribution. For C charts, upper control limit and lower control limit you can find out by the simple relation which is given here. UCL is equal to C bar plus 3 under root C bar. Similarly, lower control limit is C bar minus 3 times under root C bar, and where C bar is the mean number of defective in the sample. Selecting the control charts for attributes, that is when you are going to have P charts, when you are going to have C charts. P charts, data which may be grouped into two states, that is fraction, proportion or percentage defectives. Have several samples each with several data points. In that case you are going to have P charts, while in the case of C charts you can have where defects per unit may be counted, that is defects, number of flaws, errors on a typed page, etc. And number counted is a small portion of the probable occurrence. So P charts is going to be used when you are going to group the data in two states, while in the case of C charts you are going to count the defects. That is when defects you are going to count, flaws you are going to count, you are going to have C chart, while in the case of P charts you can categorize the data in two states. This is where you are going to utilize the P charts. So this is the way in which we can have P charts, C charts, X bar chart or R bar charts. With the help of this you can see we can plot the data and can find out whether our process is under control, under statistical control or not.